Hi everybody. So today I want to talk to you about the whole BLM thing and the whole race war thing. And I want to tell my little story. First I'm going to say for my problem that's going on right now. Only 2 people have donated to me. Thank the Lord. They have been willing to help, but it was only 2 people on GoFundMe. And no one else so far. I got in trouble from my brother-in-law for doing GoFundMe. He really let me have it. Even though he hasn't offered hardly any. He's willing to work on the house, but he's not. Anyway, he got mad at me and that really hurt my feelings. So I got a lot of stuff going on. But you guys can donate to GoFundMe anonymously. You don't have to put your names up there. But what I want to talk about is the story. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my past. All right, because there's a lot of BLM stuff, just even more today. And it's just not helpful. Pointing out how many black people, what percentage of black people do crimes, all that stuff, it might be truthful, but it's not helpful. Helpful is telling about Jesus as much as we can, teaching the truth about what his lessons are, because the truth is that all of this stems from hate, not loving your neighbor as yourself, and not having Jesus's teachings in your heart, not having the love of Jesus Christ in your heart, or at least decent morals, loving your neighbor as yourself, period. That's where it all comes from. So I was going to Christian school and I had a teacher abuse me. Well, I've had 2 teachers in Christian school abuse me. One when I was in 1st grade, hit my hand with a ruler, a wooden ruler, for losing my place in reading because she started the classroom talking about losing your place. And so that had me afraid. And I lost my place that day thinking about not losing my place. And I got hit with a ruler. I ended up in another Christian school, and that teacher, he just yelled in my face about how stupid I was all the time. All the time, yelling in my face. He's a big guy too. And they are white people, just so you know, because we're on the story of race. So I end up in a public school, and it was almost all black kids, okay? And yes, there was a boy who was black and he picked on me a lot. And another black girl who happened to be his cousin told him to leave me alone, and she stood up for me. Okay, there's another boy who happened to be black. He passed away some years later in high school, right after we graduated high school. And he stuck up for me because I was being picked on. And and he took the blame for something, you know, a small little stupid thing. Anyway, and then I ended up in this lunch line when I was new. I ended up in the lunch line, of course, and I guess my head was low, and I wasn't talking. And this black girl says, "Hey, why is your head down? You need to hold your head up high." So I want you guys to know that we can't be falling for hating people because of what's going on. Even if a lot of black people are doing bad things, so are a lot of white people. And they're just using the black race to turn us against each other. But we can't be turned against each other. And that's what I wanted to tell you guys today. Just tell you my little story. And I think that's a good little example where we cannot let our hearts grow cold because of everything that we're seeing. We have to remember that there are good people of each race, and it's just that they happen to be putting the limelight on the negative, and that spurs more hate. It turns more people. It's prophesied that hearts will grow cold. It's not just black people's hearts that are going to grow cold. It's not just white people's hearts that are going to grow cold. Okay? Hate and racism, they come from not loving your neighbor as yourself. That's the problem. Not loving your neighbor as yourself, period. And so that's my little story, you guys. It's not helpful to sit there, you know, on Christian pages anyway, because it was a Christian page that I saw it on. Christian pages pointing out, you know, crime rates and who does the most crime and who does the most crime where. Christian pages should be concentrated on the love of Jesus Christ and the love for your neighbor. You know, Jesus, 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 love, love, love. That's what we need to be teaching. Truth, truth, truth. Us getting involved in who does more crime, no. And as it is, white people have done really terrible things also. So to say, oh, they do more crime than we do, is just, seriously, think about that. But then you have to think about, okay, quality versus quantity. So worst crime versus most crimes. Who cares? The problem is that people don't love Jesus and they don't love their neighbors or self, period. And we cannot let our hearts grow cold. We have to remember the love that we've had with the people of the opposite race. Even if maybe their hearts have grown cold, you cannot forget the love that you had for them, even if their hearts have grown cold towards you over this whole race battle. Because it's not a race battle. It's just division, and we all know it. But that's my little thing. I'm still desperately in need of help. If you guys can help me, because I need help. $5, $10 from each of you would really help me. I know you don't have to give, and I know we are all in hard times right now, but hey, you know, I gotta try to ask where I can ask it. So, and keep me in your prayers, and keep praying for everyone and everything you can think of. Let's pray a lot. We all need to be praying a lot. And yeah, so just don't stop. Just don't feed into the whole hate thing. Try not to. And be careful what you're sharing. I've deleted almost all the stuff off of my Facebook recently because, you know what, it's just, it doesn't help. And maybe I'm part of the problem too, just by sharing stuff that, even though it's true, we need to just be focusing on turning people towards Christ, because it's sort of like looking at the scar instead of looking for the cure. So we need to be concentrating on the cure and not the wound. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for being with me, everybody. Bye-bye.